Hi team, welcome back to Meta Tutorials. In this tutorials, we are going to see how to model this simple chair from the scratch. If you are new for a Blender, also not at all a problem. We'll develop these tutorials from the beginner perspective. So if you watch these tutorials without skipping any part, means you can easily understand this. Before we start modeling, we'll see the basics of Blender first. I'll start with the navigations. I press middle mouse button and move my mouse toward left side to rotate toward left side. As the opposite side, if I move the mouse toward right side, means it move toward right side. Okay, if I want to pan around these objects, means I have to press shift with middle mouse button and move my mouse toward left side to pan toward left side, to move my mouse toward right side to pan toward right sides. Okay, and if I want to zoom in zoom out, means it's very simple, just scroll down and scroll up for zoom in and zoom out. So these three is the options. If you press only middle mouse button and move your mouse left and right for rotations, so shift with middle mouse button left and right for pan, and rotate, scroll down, scroll up for zoom in and zoom out. If you want to see this particular object in a front view, means you have to press 1 in number pad. I repeat, 1 in number pad, not the one which below F1. Okay, 1 in number pad. If you press 1, means it shows the front view. If you want to see in right side right view, means I have to press 3 in number pad. So for top view I have to press 7. So 1 for front view, 3 for right view, 7 for top view. If you want to see the back side view, means you have to press control and 1. So 1 for front view, control and 1 for back view. 3 for right view, control and 3 for left view. 7 for top view, control and 7 is for bottom view. Okay, so 1, 3, 7 is for front, right and 7. Control 1 for back, control 3 for left, control 7 for bottom. That's it, man. After that, we are going to see navigations options. Okay, in Blender we have 4 basic navigations. One is selecting the object, moving the object, scaling the object and rotating the objects. Selecting is very simple, just left click on the objects. If you want to move the object, means you have to press G. G is the keyboard shortcut for move. Before that, first we have to select the objects. Once we select the objects, you can get that orange color stroke. That means it is in selected mode. As I said before, G is the keyboard shortcut for move the objects. So I press G and move my mouse toward left or right side to move the objects. If I want to move only in x-axis, means I have to press X and move your mouse toward left or right side to move only in x-axis. If I move the mouse toward right side, I am okay with this movement, means you have to press one left click. I repeat again, I select the object, G is the keyboard shortcut for move, so I press G. This time I want Y axis, so I press Y and move my mouse toward right side. The boxes keep on moving away from my view. Okay, now I am not okay with this actions. What should I do? I have to press right click. Right click means it never accept that movement. It come to the mother position. So left click is for okay, right click is for not okay. The second option, we are going to see how to scale the objects. First we have to select the object. S is the keyboard shortcut for scale. So I press S, and if we want to scale only in x-axis, means I press X immediately and I move my mouse toward right side to scale up. Okay, we have one more option in scale. Again I select the object, I press yes. This time I want to scale in all the axis, means I should not touch anything and I move the mouse toward right side. It axis scale in all the directions. The last option in scaling is I select the object, S is for scale. This time I want to scale only in X and Y axis. It should not scale in Z axis. For that I press Shift and Z. We can see two lines. The two lines is for X and Y, the red and green lines. And I move my mouse toward right side. Only scaling happens in X and Y axis. It's not happening in Z axis. So G is for move the object, and S is for scale the objects. The last option we are going to see is rotating the objects. First select the object. R is the keyboard shortcut for rotate the object. So I press R. I want to rotate only in X axis, so I press X and move my mouse toward right side to rotate it. Yes, I am okay with this rotation means I have to press left click. I am not okay means I have to press right click. So I don't want this action, so I press right click. That's it. This is the movement option for Blender. It's time to start our models. So I press A to select everything. I press delete to delete the objects. Before I start model, I need a scaling reference. I have a human bot with 1.82 meters or 6 feet height. So I want to import it. I go to File, Import FBX. I have to browse the file. Yes, this YBot FX. As I said, this human bot have 6 feet or 1.82 meters height. Maximum whatever we are doing modeling, we are doing based in the reference of human height. So that's why I work always with the human bot. Okay, I select everything and I press G to move this object. I press X to move only in X axis. So I have my scaling reference. Now I need my image reference. I plan to open an image reference in a new tab here. So I move my mouse from here to there. If you notice down, my mouse icon is changing like a plus, and I give a left click, move my mouse toward downside. One new tab is born. Click this drop down, go to image editor, go to image and give open to open the reference image. This is the table which we are going to create now. I am going to create like this, but except this front two legs. I am going to create a leg exactly like the back leg, okay. And why I am opening a new tab like this means there are some reasons behind on it. The first reason is if I open my image in this area means it definitely disturbs us. That's why I did not open here. And the second thing is if I want to see this in full or bigger view means I can make it as a bigger view. For that I have to press Ctrl and space. I can make it as a bigger view. I can zoom in and zoom out by rotating your mouse, and same thing pan with shift and middle mouse button, and move my mouse toward left side for left pan, move my mouse toward right side for right pan. And if I want to go to that open the old position means I have to press Ctrl and space. Here also I can do the zoom in zoom out, so we can get one very good clear views, okay. So I have my scaling reference in my stage and I have my image reference also in my stage. It's time to start my models, okay. So first I need to import or open a cube. For that I press shift plus A, go to mesh and cube. Oh yes, if you see this, if you notice it, this cube is more than a human height, okay. Because of this thing only I am always work with the scaling reference, okay. First I need to scale it down, okay. So I scale it down, okay. I want to see in top view, so I press 7, scale it up little bit. In top view it is fine. I press 1 to go front view. I plan to model this seat first, okay. So first I need to scale it down in Z axis. So I press S and I press G. Move my mouse toward left side to scale it down. Yes, this much is fine. So I press G and Z. The maximum height of a chair is the back thighs level of a human. So I make until this. Still what I feel is this height is little bit high, so I press yes, and I want to scale only in Z axis, so I press Z. I think this is fine. Yes, GC. Yes, this is fine. Now we can start with this back leg. So for that I go to front view, I press 1, I want to open one more cube here. So I press Shift and A, mesh and cube. This cube is also big. This cube is also big. So I scale it down. Yes, and move my mouse toward left side to scale it down in all axes. I think the scale is fine. I press G and X to move only in X axis. This time I press G and Z. Yes, this is fine. In front view it is fine. I want to see it in right view. So I press 3. Okay, in right view it's in center. So we have to move this cube to here. So I press G and Y to move only in Y axis. Yes, this is fine. I'm okay with this one. What I did, I'm okay with this one. Okay, the maximum options we can do in object mode is we can select the object, rotate, scale, rotate, and the maximum options we can do in object mode is we can view the objects in different angles and we can select the object, rotate the object, scale the object. The advanced options like extrude, insert, loop cut are available inside edit mode. Now we are in object mode. For that we have to turn this object into edit mode. So I press tab to switch this from object mode to edit mode. So I press tab. Now we are in edit mode. Once we enter edit mode, we can see 3 new components. These three components is very important for advanced modelings. We'll start with this one. This is called a vertex. A vertex is nothing but a point. Okay. The second one is edge. The edge is nothing but is connecting two vertex. The last one is face. This face is nothing but it's a flat surface. So first one is vertex. Vertex is a dot. Second one is edge. Edge is a line. Third one is face. Face is a flat surface. We have a shortcut available here. The shortcut for vertex is 1. The shortcut for edge is 2. The shortcut for face is 3. The 1, 2, 3 which I am telling, it's below F1, F2, F3. Okay. So 1 for vertex, 2 for edge and 3 for face. So now I am in face mode. I select the top face. I press G to move this face and I press Z to move only in Z axis and I move the face until this level. Yes, it is 100% fine. I press 3 to go in right side view. So I press 3. From here, if you notice, it went to an angle of 30 degree. So I press E to extrude that particular face. E is the keyboard shortcut for extrude. Okay. So I press E and I press Z to move only in Z axis. I think I am okay with this height. So I press G to select the face and I press Y to get this landing options. Yes, this is fine. So this one is fine. I need one more leg like this. So what I can do, I can mirror these objects. First thing, mirror these objects. Okay, let's try the mirroring options. So I am in edit mode. I need to back from object mode. So I press tab to go to object mode. If you notice down, this orange color line is called origin in Blender. Okay, this origin should be inside of this 3D cursor. Then only the mirror work properly. Now the orange color line is here. We will see what happen if you go with this options. So I press modifier, all modifier, mirror. If you notice down, there is a mirror here, but it is inside of this one. So we need to transfer this orange color line from here to there. So I press Ctrl Z to avoid these actions. I select these objects. Now we are in object mode. Go to object, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. Yes, this orange color is attached inside the 3D cursor. Now we can try the mirror option. So I select the object, go to modifier, add modifier and mirror. Same thing, the X mirror is applied. Now you can see the mirror object here. Okay, this is the work of the origin. The origin is very important in modeling. So keep an eye on it. So now we have completed this part. Still what I am feeling is this is too big. So I select this particular object, I press tab. Now I am in face mode. I select this particular face and G and Z. Yes, this is fine. So we have completed this bottom two legs. Now we need to start the modeling. That means we need to start the enhancement work of these cushions. Okay, if we notice down, it is a square one, but here it's not a square one. So I need more extrude here. For that I press tab to go to edit mode. I select this face, I press G and Y to move only that face. Yes, I am okay with this. This is fine. So I press A to select everything. I need to add one more modifier here. The modifier name is subdividend surface. Okay, I press subdividend surface. If you notice down, once I click the subdividend surface, it's turned into a chocolate wrapper. So we need to make this chocolate wrapper into the cushion. We will see step by step how to make it. Okay, now I am in face mode. I went to edge mode. I press this edge. Ctrl R is the keyboard shortcut for loop cut. So I need to add a loop cut here. Ctrl R. Wherever we get yellow color line, that means that is a qualified area for a loop cut. In loop cut, two clicks is available. The first click is for OK or confirm that area. So I press first click. After first click, we can move the loop cut or front or back, left or right. If I am okay with this area, means I have to move the loop cut and I have to give the second click. If you notice down, the object shape is changing. Okay, so I have to add one more loop cut. I press Ctrl R. Please listen the object. The object shape is keep on changing. Yeah, this is fine. Done. I had one more loop cut. Ctrl R. Yeah, this is also fine. I had one more loop cut here. This is also fine. I select the top face. So top edge. Press G and Z. I press G and Z to get this buff or cushion effect. So now we have completed it. Now it's time to model one more leg in front. I want to create a leg something like this. I don't want this round leg. It's a simple chair. Okay, so don't need to go for a complicated objects. So for that I need to create one more new leg. Now I am in edit mode. So I press tab to go away from edit mode and I press shift A, get this options, mesh cube. Again this cube is too big, so I press 1 to go to front view. I press S to scale. I move my mouse toward left side to scale down as much as possible. Yes, this scale down is complete fine. I press G and X. Yes, this is fine. If I'm not okay with this, or I want to see only or I want to see this, or I want to see this object in focus view, means just press period key in number lock to see in focus view. Okay, period key number lock again. S for scale down. Okay, G and X, fine. G and Z, move up. This is fine. So in front view it is fine. To confirm that, I have to go in right side view. So I press 3 to see in right side view. I press 3. Oh, it's in center, so I have to move it to front side. So I press G and Y. This is also fine. I am in object mode. I press tab, go to edit mode. I press 3 to go to face. I select the top face. I press G and Z. Okay, go to that area. This is fine. I select the bottom face and scale it down. We get this sharp thing like a chair. Yeah, this is fine. I press tab again. I need a mirror object, but this origin is in this chair. Should be in 3D cursor, right? To change the origin, go to object, set origin to 3D cursor. Now apply the mirror. Okay, this is fine. But the only issue is it's come a little bit away from it. So I press G and Y and move it little bit down inside. Yeah, this is fine. So this is also completed. Now I want to make a cushion like this in back side. For that I need to create one more cube. So go to shift plus A, mesh and cube. I go to front view. For that I press 1. I want to scale it, so I press S to scale and scale it down. Yeah, this is fine. G and Z, go to that area. I cannot able to see the back side on it, so I go to X-ray mode. Now I can see the back side thing also. Again scale it down. This scaling is fine. I need to adjust this top and bottom. Okay, now I'm in object mode. To adjust the vertex and all, we need to switch from object mode to edit mode. So I press tab to go to edit mode. Select the top face. I want to see in front view, so I press 1, G and X. This is fine. Like that I select the bottom face. I press 1 to go to front view, G and X. Z. Yeah, this is fine. G and Z, this is also fine. Okay, if I see in right side view, means this cube is too big. It should be a cushion something like this, but thinner than this. So for that I need to scale it more down. So I go to edit mode. So I go to object mode again. I press S and Y to scale only in Y axis. Yes, until this level is fine. I press R to rotate and rotate it little bit. Yes, I think this rotation is fine. I press G and Y. Again I press R for rotate. Yes, until this rotation is fine. I'm 100% okay with this one. I have to go away from the X-ray mode, so I press X-ray mode again. Okay, now it's not like the cushion. We have to make that one. For that we need to add one modifier. So I'm in modifier, add modifier, go add subdivision surface for this one also. Now the problem is we cannot able to see what's happening inside on it because we are in object mode. So I want to switch from object mode to edit mode. So I press tab again. Now we can see what is happening. Okay, to disable this box, we have to press this options. If you press this option, means that our box is disabled. If you want that box, means we have to enable these options. Okay, I want to switch from face to edge, so I press 2 again. Select this particular edge. I press Control R. It's a keyboard shortcut for loop cut, so I press Control R. Control R. Okay with this area, so I press first click and move it as back as possible, and I click second click. Okay, I need to create one more. I need to create one more loop cut. I press Control R, and this time I move it as top as possible. Same thing. Control R for loop cut. This time move as bottom as possible. Okay, Control R. This is also fine. Exact center is fine for me. I select this 3 edge. I press G and Y to get this buff actions. This is also fine. If you notice it down, we get a gap here, but we model with this attached one. Okay, so for that we need to move everything to be little bit upside. So I press A to select everything. I press G and Y. Yes, this is fine. This is also fine. You notice down, this height is very big compared to this one. Now I am in edge mode. I'll switch from edge to vertex. For that I press 1, and I have to enable the X-ray options. Then only we can select this backside vertex also. See, now backside vertex also selected. I press G and Z. Move in X. This is fine. I want to get finalized from that right view. So I press 3 and G and Y. Yes, this is fine. And I press tab to get to object mode. Now I want to see this full object, so I have to go away from the X-ray mode. So I press here again. Okay, 99% we have completed the models. Now the problem we are facing is here it's not smooth when compared to this. For this we need to enable that shader smooth options. So I select the object, go give a right click and give shader smooth. Yes, we get the smooth, right? Same thing we can do this here also. Select the object, right click and shader smooth. Okay, this is almost fine. It's a simple, very simple chair in Blender. Okay, we have completed the modeling work. In next tutorials, we are going to see how to do UV unwrap for this chair. If you have any doubt on this model, you can ask in comment section. I definitely reply to your comments. If you like this tutorials, give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. In this channel, we can see lot of tutorials in Blender, Substance Painter, 3ds Max, Unreal, After Effects.